Welcome back. Today I decided to put on a ridiculously overdressed outfit and show you my favorite classics, because I love reading classics and some of these are really great beginner classics if you want to start reading classics. So here are them. An absolute must-read classic is Where We Are, Our Band, Our Story by One Direction. That sounded way more funnier in my head. Continue. A staple that is a children's classic, I think, is The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. This is an absolutely magical and gorgeous writing and storytelling, and I just really love the whole universe. And my edition, I don't know if it's with all editions, but mine has really nice illustrations, and it's such an easy and fast read because it's made for children, written for children, but it's so lovely. And if you haven't heard of the story of Narnia and The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis, let me read you the blurb in case you don't know it. Narnia, a land frozen in eternal winter, a country waiting to be set free. 4 adventurers step through a wardrobe door and into the land of Narnia, a land enslaved by the power of the White Witch. But when almost all hope is lost, the return of the great lion, Aslan, signals a great change and a great sacrifice. I love this. You can also watch the movie, and they're also remaking the movie with Greta Gerwig, so really excited. And that's The Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe. The next one is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. And if you never read the book but know the story, you probably don't know the story, because this is such a beautiful and emotional book, and Frankenstein's monster is so misunderstood, dare I say, and it's really great. Mary Shelley is such a great writer, and I just really love what she did with this book. I saw the pale student of unhallowed arts kneeling beside a thing he had put together. I saw the hideous phantasm of a man stretched out, and then, on the working of some powerful engine, show signs of life and stir with an uneasy, half-vital motion. A summer evening's ghost story, lonely insomnia in a moonlit alpine room, and a runaway imagination, fired by philosophical discussions with Lord Byron and Percy Bysshe Shelley about science, galvanism, and the origins of life, conspired to produce for Mary Shelley this haunting night spectre. By morning it had become the germ of her romantic masterpiece, Frankenstein. This was I didn't expect to love it as much as I did, and it's a great fucking classic. It's, I would say, a bit tough to get through at some points, but still primarily a really easy read. The next one I just read at the beginning of this year, and it's 1984 by George Orwell, and I didn't have high expectations at all. I knew a lot of people who loved this book, but I didn't think it was for me. But boy was I wrong, because this was a 5-star read, and it was at some points boring a little bit, just a little bit. But once you get through it, you will, I personally think everyone will love this. It's just such a great and well thought out story, and dystopian novels are generally really great. Winston Smith rewrites history. It's his job, hidden away in the records department of the sprawling Ministry of Truth. He helps the party and omnipresent Big Brother control the people of Oceania. But the notebook he's begun to write in is against the rules. In fact, the thought police could arrest him simply for having it. Despite the danger, a seed of rebellion has begun to grow in Winston's heart, one that could have devastating consequences. In George Orwell's final novel, he explores a dystopian future in which a totalitarian government controls the action, thoughts, and even emotions of its citizens. Its lasting popularity is testament to Orwell's powerful prose and is a passionate warning for today. Great fucking book. I'm saying this about all of these because it's true. And some of these are like very mainstream classics, but I love them nonetheless. And let's continue. The one probably most people know is, out of all of these, probably the easiest read except for Narnia, and the most beautiful read, which is Little Woman by Louisa May Alcott. And this little book, these little women, have my whole entire heart. And I also love the movie adaptation, the 2019 one. And there's just so many great things about this book. One classic that I hope every reader has at least read once. Meg, the sweet-tempered one, Jo, the smart one, Beth, the shy one, Amy, the sassy one. Together they're the March sisters. Their father is away at war and at times are difficult, but the bond between the sisters is strong. Through sisterly scrabbles, happy times and sad, their 4 lives follow different paths, and they discover that growing up is something very hard to do. I will never shut up about these little women. They mean the world to me. They really do. The next one holds a very special heart. The next one holds a very special place in my heart, and it's also very well known. But it's the book. It's on my list, on top of my list. And I love this book so much. I love Oscar Wilde so much. And The Picture of Dorian Gray is just wonderful. It's a little, I don't know, I think some people found it difficult to read. I'm not sure though. But the story of Dorian Gray is just disturbing and vile, but also beautiful, and I just really love it. And if you're into dark academia, this is the dark academia book before the dark academia was even a genre. And this is it. A story of evil, debauchery and scandal. Oscar Wilde's only novel tells of Dorian Gray, a beautiful yet corrupt man. When he wishes that a perfect portrait of himself would bear the signs of aging in his place, the picture becomes a hideous secret, as it follows Dorian's own downward spiral into cruelty and depravity. The Picture of Dorian Gray is a masterpiece of the evil in men's heart, and is as controversial and alluring as Wilde himself. Also, I love this copy. I think it matches my outfit quite well, but nothing anyway. I wanted to have a smooth transition into the next book, which I almost managed to do. Oh fuck, now it's different than it was before. And I almost managed to do it, but I failed. Because I wanted to say the next book matches my outfit even more perfectly. I mean, stunning. This is Camilla by Sheridan Le Fanu. I hope that's pronounced right. This book is my pride and joy. This is my favorite all-time classic. There's so many great things about it, and I recommend this to every single person to at least give it a try, because it's wonderful. And I love gothic novels, and this is just such a great masterpiece, and this is the inspiration for all the other vampire novels you ever will read, because this came out before Dracula and inspired Dracula. It came out 26 years before Dracula, in the year of 1872. Yeah, 1872. That's a long bit ago. And I bought this in Paris, and I've been looking for a copy forever, and I finally found one in Paris. So it was just, overall, even buying this book was such a great experience, because I was with my friends and we had such a good time, and I read it on the way back home in the car, and I just devoured this book because it's absolutely gorgeous. Enough said. This is the blurb. In an isolated castle deep in the Austrian forest, Laura leads a solitary life with only her ailing father for company. Until one moonlit night, a horse-drawn carriage crashes into view, carrying an unexpected guest, the beautiful Camilla. So begins a feverish friendship between Laura and her mysterious, entrancing companion. But as Camilla becomes increasingly strange and volatile, prone to eerie nocturnal wanderings, Laura finds herself tormented by nightmares and growing weaker by the day. Predating Dracula by 26 years, Camilla's original vampire story, steeped in sexual tension and gothic romance. A sapphic vampire classic? There's nothing better than this, I promise you. The final book, after I just expressed my love for Camilla as if Camilla was my own child, which my books are, and the next one is the most recent classic I read, and it's Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. My god, did I fall in love with this book. It's beautiful and it's heartbreaking, and James Baldwin is such a genius. I can't believe I didn't read this before. If you love gay romance, if you love modern gay romance novels, try this one, because it's absolutely gorgeous. This is the book. David, a young American in 1950s Paris, is waiting for his fiancée to return from vacation in Spain. But when he meets Giovanni, a handsome Italian barman, the two men are drawn into an intense affair. After 3 months, David's fiancée returns, and denying his true nature, David rejects Giovanni for a safe future as a married man. His decision eventually brings tragedy. Full of passion, regret, and longing, the story of a fated love triangle has become a landmark in gay writing, but its appeal is broader. James Baldwin causes outrage as a black author writing about white homosexuals, yet for him the issues of race, sexuality, and personal freedom were eternally intertwined. It's like I said about all of these books, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book. And if you read any of these, please let me know, because this is it. I've read a few other classics, a lot more other classics, but these are really my favorites, all of them. And I can't wait to read more, and maybe to read more books of these authors. And that's it. I will now take off this ridiculous outfit, but I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if you read these, and let me know your favorite classic, and maybe I'll read it next, because I love classics. That's it. Have a lovely rest of the day or night or morning, and love you.